they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Keenum. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 58 yards. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing is Keenum. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for second down.
Let's go.
Now Keenum throwing on second. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hey, 52.
Keenum going to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On play action, it's Keenum rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And McManus able to put it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
For the Chicago Bears, Charles, as kind of the dust settles on this season, how do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that. But this is a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home, won 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in the seasons to come.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they run with Howard. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. This is Howard on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Being chased out left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go, let's go.
Keenum to throw on second down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long. It's Keenum. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. A big seam, and he might go all the way. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
On 1st and goal, Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Cohen, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Parkey's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. So the Broncos coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And his pass incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He hits White, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go with Howard again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Domata Peko, the one to get him down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Bears on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Now Trubisky on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now Trubisky. Powers through. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And you can bump the lead up to 9. It's 15-6. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Gotta go.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 31 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Set up! 180!
A toss running left. It's Howard, and he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, boys. Hey, 52, here we go. Say hi.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Trubisky to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wanted to maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Keenum, got to have this one. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Trubisky will throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, orange horn! Orange horn!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 2nd and 10. Keenum here again. That is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. Now he's forced out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Throwing now is Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And McManus able to put it through, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, spinning away. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's going to be caught. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people...
They call a podcast pop. They hate me, what should I do? Keep getting money, it's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday, with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh, tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind. Handle your business, handle your business. Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red